My name is Gennifer Meldrum and I am from the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. I just finished up a 6-week-long internship here at Bioversity, where I was working with actually the platform for Agrobiodiversity Research on a project with indigenous communities and climate change. So I was summarizing the work that has been undertaken with these two communities in Sarawak, Malaysia, and Cochabamba, Bolivia, where a number of activities were carried out to enhance and support the maintenance of agrobiodiversity in these communities and strengthen the community-level institutions to manage their genetic resources. The communities were selected because they're located in areas of very high agrobiodiversity. So in the Andes, they maintain just an incredible diversity of potatoes. And in Sarawak, Malaysia, it's a tropical country, so they have just an amazing diversity of fruiting trees and other crops, although we were mostly working with rice, which they seem to maintain a pretty high diversity of. The communities are located in areas that are highly vulnerable to climate change. So in the tropics, it's already quite hot and it's going to get hotter. And then in Bolivia, they're in the Andes, so high in the mountains, it's quite vulnerable to climate change because in the alpine, as it heats up, that ecotone will just disappear. I'm also just wrapping up a master's actually in community ecology, where I've been working with soil mites as a model for habitat fragmentation and looking at how connectivity between habitats can affect the ability of ecological communities to recover from disturbance. So if I can see a bit of a connection between the work that I did with the mites and the work that I've been doing here at Bioversity with these indigenous communities. And I guess the strongest connection I can see is that in Sarawak we saw that these two communities we were looking at, one of them maintained much lower diversity than the other, and that could relate to that community just being closer to the city, better connected to the formal seed system, and then having a sort of a homogenization of their diversity as a product. And you see this also in natural communities, where if there's too much connectivity, you get homogenization and you lose diversity.